Good morning. Today we're going to focus on releasing a few different lines in the body with the use of the foam roller. And for the exercises that we're going to do, we're going to need a resistance band. If you don't have one of these circular resistance bands, then a normal resistance band will do, and you just need to make a knot in it. And we can bring that around the legs. We are going to focus on strengthening the gluteus muscles in the body. The glutes make up the back. They are made up of the gluteus maximus, minimus, and medius. This is the biggest muscle group in the body. The stronger your glutes are, the better your balance will be, the better your core strength will be, because now we know that the glutes make up the core. So we need to look not just at the abdominal muscles, but the glutes as well, to strengthen and help us with our balance and our everyday activities. So let's get started. As I mentioned, we're going to work on a few different lines in the body to loosen up the hips and this whole area that we're going to work on around the glutes. Let's start off in a seated position on the roller. 3 options here. I want you to lift off the supporting leg, the glute muscles there, so you can put all your weight into the other leg. Into the glutes, we can move up right into the lower back. Often what happens when our glutes are not strong enough, then the lower back does often take a lot of strain. Let's cross the ankle if you can. Continue the same movement, moving right up and over the glutes. Working along the lateral side as well. Your third option is to lift that leg and roll into the lower back. Now we want to focus on the lateral side. So you're lying, and we lie on your side. If it's very tender, take the top knee and bring it onto the foam roller in front. Still continue working along that lateral line. From there, you're going to rotate and you're going to come forward. Here you want to be just below the hip bone and on the hip flexor, which is next to that iliopsoas muscle, and you want to be just above the pubic bone as well. That knee comes down onto the mat. Bring your other foot onto the mat and your knee onto the foam roller. We're going to pulse into a rotation there. So if you look at it from this angle, the knee is on the mat, the roller is underneath the hip bone. You're opening up into your hips and bringing your foot onto the mat, and we're bouncing there. So you should almost feel a clicking sensation over here, loosening up that hip flexor along the front of that hip. Bounce into it. Now from here, we're going to bring both legs onto the roller, and we're releasing the quadricep muscles, rolling it along the front of the thighs. Right over the knee if you can. If you have any tension in the knee, then just continue working from the knee up to the hips. Work all the way along. We're going to shift over and release the other side. So coming onto the hip flexor, we'll just work in reverse. Let's bounce the leg out to the side. The knee is on the mat, the other foot on the mat, and that knee is nice and open. So we want to release the front of that leg as well into the hip flexor to give us a nice rotation, releasing the hips. Bounce. Now we're going over to the lateral side. Stack your legs. If it is quite painful, Bring the top knee in front so you're not putting as much weight into the roller. Let's roll from the hip all the way down to the knee, along that iliotibial band, that lateral line. That ITB, a thick band of fascial tissue that is the connection between the knee and the hip, that iliac crest. Let's come into a seated position on the roller, still working on the same leg. Again, your three options: rolling with the leg extended, work right into that lower back. Make sure the other buttock is lifted so you can add a little bit more weight into that side. Cross the ankle, or you can bring the foot up into a lifted position. Okay, and let's take the roller away. Now moving into our exercise, we're going to take the resistance band and bring it just above the knees. Roll down through the spine, focusing on just activating the glutes with our breathing. So let's breathe in into a nice big arch. Open up the diaphragm, breathe into the space you're creating. Breathe out, tuck, engage the glutes. Breathe in and push the pelvis up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in into that arch. Breathe out and tuck. Activate the glutes. Push the lower back into the mat. And now breathe in and push the pelvis up to the ceiling. Breathe out and lower down. Let's do another 2. And breathe out. Now all this while you are focusing on keeping the tension with the resistance band. So you're feeling the lateral side of the legs working. And the last one. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and push up. Let's hold it there. Pulse the knees out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Roll down through the spine. From here, I want you to keep your right foot flat. I want you to lift, but keep the knee bent. Lift your left foot and coming over. So it's a spiral movement, but we're activating the glutes. From here, you're going to just relax and you're going to push the hip forward and back. Just bouncing into that movement. Do another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to use the resistance band and you're lifting the knee as you drop the foot towards the other foot. And lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. Another 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hold it in that position. Come back onto both feet. And now you're going to lift the other foot and over to the other side. So here we want to relax. We don't want to stiffen things up. We want to just let that movement flow there. So you're activating the glutes as you pulse forward and just letting the hip move. 4 more and 3, 2 and 1. Hold it in that position. Now pulse for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come back to center. Let's do one more set to either side. Open up and let's move for 2, 3. Just let it relax. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Back to center. For the last set, let's just bend that knee and pulse the hip. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Let's pulse for 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Come back to center. Just hug the knees into the chest. Rock yourself up. Slowly bring the chin to the chest and lift up. Nice deep breath in and release.